data or to store your application data. Okay, now we'll see what are the operations I can do in this. So in the AWS S3, this is user. Okay, one minute. Okay, first point would be it is used to host the front end. Okay, means in the S3 you will host your front end, and front end consists of what? It will have HTML, it has CSS, right? These are very basic. So this front end will consist of HTML files, CSS, JS, static files. Okay. Now what operation you are doing? You are uploading the static application, and you can access this via public URL. Okay. I hope this clear. So in AWS S3, you are hosting your front end thing, and you will get a public URL so that you can view your data. And next, this is the front end part. Now I need a person or a mediator who can talk or maintain the communication between the front end and back end, right? So that mediator is Amazon API Gateway. Now, so this is the new topic for today. API stands for Application and Programming Interface, and the definition itself is the same. It acts as a mediator between the front end and back end because it will handle the request, okay? Whatever are asked by the clients in your data, and this requests are sent to the database so that it can fetch the results. Now, what are the operations or features in this step? We'll see. So first of all, it creates a RESTful API. Okay, REST. Okay, I'll keep Roman number so that it's clear. It will create RESTful APIs. You can ask me what is REST API. So RESTful APIs are REST means the representational. So basically, it will communicate via internet using standard HTTP protocols like GET, POST. Okay, it will be more clear in the further session. So it will create a REST API so that your front end can talk to backend. Okay, so it establishes a connection between front end and backend. And next, how? Okay, I said the communication is done between the front end and back end, but how it is achieved? This communication is achieved by endpoints. Okay, endpoints like get or post or delete. Okay, according to the operation required by the user, that request is sent by this API to the backend. Okay. Now I think it's clear the part of Amazon API Gateway. Okay. Now what we will do is we already studied about this topic, which is called AWS Lambda. Okay. Now what is AWS Lambda? What are the features of it? We'll discuss. Okay. Now actually this topic is already discussed. AWS Lambda is used for serverless computer. Okay, if someone has missed the class, I'll brief it. So basically, it will write functions for you. Okay, to communicate between the to communicate to your server. Okay, it will write functions. It will write functions for each operation. Like if you want to create or delete, for such each operation, it will write a function. Okay, and a major important thing in this is it runs code only when it is triggered by the API. Okay, so that your cost will be reduced, right, in AWS, because AWS follows the principle of pay as you go. So it will reduce the cost. So it is very optimized. I hope it's clear. Then you can guess the last step in our flow, it's the backend. So obviously backend consists of DB. Okay, Amazon DB. In our case, we are using, I guess it's a DynamoDB, whatever. So we are storing our data in database. Now, what are the features or functions of this backend? It is using the NoSQL, means structure like relational databases like MySQL. You have no need to write the structure in it. Basically, you will have some tables, so it's very easy to store and create your data. Okay, so NoSQL database is created to store your items. Okay, and it's very scalable and fast. Okay, so this is our architecture. So for people who didn't understood, I wanted to brief everything. Like, see, so first step will take it as structure or flow of our program. Okay, so first thing what are you doing is creating a front end, right? You're doing front end. Where you are doing in S3 as discussed. Okay, in front end you are in S3 you are storing your front end. What are you doing? You are creating a application. Create an application. In our case, in today's class, we are using a to-do list. A basic simple application written in Flask IOS. Okay, we are creating an application, and you will store your or upload your static files. Like static files means HTML, CSS, JS. Okay, you will store it, and you will enable the static website hosting, so that hosting in buckets, so that you can view your public URL. Okay, so that you can access the contents in a public URL. You can use your application. So this is the front end thing. I hope you guys understood. Next one is the back end thing. Now, how is backend is done in our case for today is API plus API Gateway plus Lambda, right? You can refer this picture. So we are using API Gateway, Lambda, and DB to connect our backend. Okay, in our backend we are having these two today. So what are you doing here? So backend, what you will do? First thing, you will create a DynamoDB, or okay, you will create a DB. Okay, with a table name and the keys required for you. Okay, you will create a DB. And next thing you will do is you will create Lambda functions. Lambda functions are nothing but for every operation a function is written. Like I want to create something, then I will write one function. I want to delete, I will write function. I want to get, I will write one function. Like an example, like function 1, I want to add a to-do list. Okay, add to-do. Add to-do. Now what I'll write? That function will consist of the post. It will have a post function, post to-do. Okay, if the second function, like it's like get to-do, means I want to fetch the to-do list which I have written earlier. Then what I'll do? I'll write get to-do. Okay, so this is where our API plays a key role, because this post gets our HTTPS protocol. So in order to achieve this, we are using the API. Okay, now third step is setting up our API gateway. Okay, API gateway. So what you will do? You will create a REST API. Okay, you will create a REST API, and you will, I hope it's visible, and you will define the endpoints. So the endpoints are nothing but if a user is trying to create a to-do list, then it will trigger that endpoints. Like it will trigger this endpoint, post endpoint. Okay, these are the endpoints, and you should enable the CORS also. You should enable means should activate. Enable the CORS. CORS means cross-origin resource sharing. Basically, when web pages are requesting for something, basically the security concerns are there. So in order to get rid of it, we are using CORS. And what is our last step would be connecting front end to back end. This code, whatever the changes, the API gateways, endpoints, these changes are made in the JavaScript file, which is stored in our S3 bucket. Okay, so that we can create our fully functional application. Okay, and yeah, great. We have created our CRUD based and CURD based to do app. Okay, CURD stands for create, reduce, update, delete. Okay, I hope guys know about it. So yes, this is our class today. It's very interesting. When it's come to technical part, it's more good. Now I have a question for you guys. Can apps run without an API? Any guesses? Please write in the comment section, or please enable your mics and speak. I'll repeat my question. Can apps run without API? Is that possible? I'm expecting some answers. So, no answers. Means you guys don't know or not interested to give answer for me. At least guys react. I'll give the answer for you. No problem. Yeah, thank you, Pawan. Can I see some more reactions? Is the topic clear? What are we doing today, or you guys are still confused? Try to like imagine the situation. Means just guess the answer. No need to be correct answer. Just guess. Can apps run without an API?